like some VR games, man, and they're like wicked good. They're just wicked short too. So like $40, $60 for a fucking VR game, dude. That shit better not be short. It better be like a full fucking like long ass game, dude. You know what I mean? Other than that, those VR games should only be like 20 bucks. Fucking hour long worth of content or something like that, or 2 hour long worth of content. Those games should only be like 20 bucks. And instead of trying to make VR games, they should just make fucking patches for games that already exist to fucking incorporate the VR into them. Like Star Wars Battlefront 2. I guarantee if they made that fucking a patch for that shit tomorrow and made that 360 VR, 100,000 people would fucking go out and fucking buy that shit, or 100,000 people would get on that shit and start playing that shit again tomorrow. And that's just a simple fucking patch. So with something simple like that, they could fucking, little stupid simple things like that could make the fucking game that much more or that much less. And for something that's dying or wasn't that great in the first place, you could take something that was a piece of shit and turn it into something that was epic. Just with a little patch. And even if you wanted to charge $10 for like the DLC to get the fucking, as a DLC to get the fucking patch to convert your game into VR, I'd pay the 10 bucks. I'd pay the 10 bucks for that. It's just like I hear so many people talking about them fucking Star Wars movies and TV shows, or just like, I'm fucking done with that shit, man. Fucking Disney. Wait until you see what they got planned and fucking for the future of fucking Marvel. Like we were talking about that, they can't have a standalone fucking, can't have a standalone Hulk movie or whatever. Well, they can't have a standalone Green Hulk movie. What about the Gray Hulk? What about the Red Hulk? Purple Hulk? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so they got something in the works for fucking Universal Pictures over there, and they're not gonna like that shit because they're gonna make a standalone fucking Red Hulk movie or something like that. But it ain't gonna be the Green Hulk, nor the story of the Green Hulk. And Universal's tighten their ass about that because they're going to be like, they already said they're still going to be like, well, it's a standalone Hulk movie. We don't care what color he is. We don't care what the story is. So, we're going to see how the future of that plays out. I'm just glad I don't got no kids, because then my kids would be like, oh, we need to get this shit, let's go see that shit, and I'd have to be spending money into that crap. Well, I'm glad I don't got no kids, because I don't gotta spend no money into that crap. Damn, I don't even know why I'm playing this. I was supposed to go fucking log in on ESO and get my fucking daily shit. I'm gonna have to remember that before I go to sleep later. Assassin's Creed 8. Oh, that Designia shit. Fighting Core 5. Yeah, it's like a Mortal Kombat with the Final Fantasy characters. plays a little bit more like a Tekken. I got that Tekken 7 right now, and that's like, that game wasn't originally on the VR, and they changed that so it could be on the VR. Yeah. Because I got the game right here in hand, showing it on stream, on disc, and it doesn't say nothing about no VR on this game, but if you go see it in the PlayStation Store, it's VR, 360 VR compatible. So they put an update up on that fucking game so that for that to be possible, because whoever bought that game originally, it wasn't offered in VR. Because I mean I got the disc right here. It says on the back of that shit everything but VR, like 1 to 2 players, 2 to 8 players, network, 40 gigabytes, online play optional, DualShock 4, remote play, yada yada. And it doesn't say VR, but if you go look at this game in the PSN store, it says VR compatible. Well, it's even in the VR, even in the VR section or whatever. That if you get it, like you can use like your VR on it, cause like that was the first thing I noticed in the main menu when I fucking loaded it in my PlayStation. It said down on the bottom of the main menu it said VR. If I want to play that shit in VR. Fucking puto. It's probably back, like fucking Tekken, you just hold back. But that's fucking hard, you know what I mean? You're getting your ass whipped, they'll go over there and fucking be like, there, give me a second here to hold back so I can block that shit. Like, they should just have a button, straight button that I can push the whole fucking block. They probably don't want you to block, they probably want you to counter those shits. Yeah, well, I got something for those cocksuckers that are gonna call me fucking all day long and be like, oh, your warranty out of fucking, buy a new warranty. Like, I don't fucking need or want that shit, dude. Whatever the case may be, is I got something for them. I've been sitting here, I'm gonna fucking turn my phone off between the hours of fucking 9 a.m. and fucking... You don't never get those random ass motherfucking bullshit fucking phone calls and be like, oh, fucking your Microsoft account's been fucking compromised, your fucking warranty's up, all the kinds of bullshit. Oh, you need a hearing aid. Well, this week I'm fucking about to fucking turn my phone off between the hours of 9 a.m. and fucking like 8 p.m. So when they call, it ain't gonna be nothing but a voicemail, and they're gonna enjoy that shit. You know who you called, so do what you gotta do. I would say my name, but I thought you knew. I've been fucking using that shit for years. It's fucking... That is my shit. I bet. It's the shit, dude. You know who you called, so do what you gotta do. I would say my name, but I thought you knew. Ain't it? Yeah, that app. But it fucking, I don't want to fucking download. Yeah. You know who you called, so do what you gotta do. I would say my name, but I thought you knew. You know who you called. You know who you called, so do what you gotta do. I would say my name, but I thought you knew. You know who you called, so do what you gotta do. I would say my name, but I thought you knew. You know who you called. You know who you called, so do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. I would say my name, but I thought you knew. I've been saying that's been my fucking cell phone fucking jingle since fucking the first one I ever owned. Back in the fucking 90s. It's never changed no matter what cell phone I get. Like if I got a new one tomorrow, it's gonna be the same fucking shit I put on there. You know who you called, so do what you gotta do. I would say my name, but I thought you knew. I got all kinds of jingles like that, like tell it like it is, tone. Make 'em cook when you spit. Turn the heat on up. Time to grill in the pit. Make 'em kneel in the shit. And put their face in the dirt. 'Cause the big T gotta get dirty. Somebody gotta get hurt. I got all kinds of fucking legit fucking freestyle shit for a little faggot white boy in New York. I used to hang out with some homies or whatever, and every once in a while they'd be over there trying to freestyle and fucking bust some fucking shit and spit some shit. And I'd be over there high as fucking. I just come out the fucking left field with like, yeah, check this out, like, and the motherfucker homies be like, yo, that shit's raw. Like that shit's really raw for a little white boy. Like that shit's raw. Like yeah. I've even had some of my homies take that shit and fucking use it in their own little fucking shit. I'd be sitting there listening to him spit something one day trying to freestyle, and I'd be like, yo, man, you fucking bit that shit off me. And be like, yeah, that shit was hot. Be like, that shit was raw, man. I had to use it. All those games are starting to be like that. They want you to fucking live on it to make their servers fucking optimal. Remember, like, they pay for the servers. Like, that company... That's why they ain't putting any money... That's why they ain't putting any money into their servers. There ain't enough people fucking... They ain't making enough money on that shit to make them want to take some of that money and be like, let me put it back into the server. That's like... Dude, that's just like Star Wars The Old Republic. Dude, we're still playing on a motherfucking game engine that's fucking dead. The game engine is dead. Like, the motherfuckers who made the game engine's company fucking folded years ago, but they're still using that same game engine. I got a fucking laptop. I could play any of these games I fucking got on any of these consoles right on my fucking laptop. They're fucking money pits, dude. Like, look it, man. Fucking the regular Nintendo. You bought that shit. You played that shit. When's the next time you're gonna break out your regular Nintendo and play something on that shit? I mean, every Tuesday? It is every Tuesday. Some game comes out somewhere. Right, there wasn't no fucking, let me continue where I left off. It was fucking 3 lives, 3 heart containers, and fucking, there you go. Oh, you didn't make it? Start over again from scratch. Yeah, but some of those games you never beat because of that shit either. How many times well, yeah, but how many times you ever made it to like the last stage on something like DuckTales and you fucking died and you couldn't get past that part and you killed all your fucking guys and then you had to start all over again, go collect all the fucking shit and get back to where you were? Try to do it better than you did the first time? The Marios? Ghouls and Ghosts? I'm like, well, look, Castlevania didn't have continues either. They started out with the 3 heart containers. Oh, I don't know. I'm good to go, man. I ordered pizza and wings. And that shit came. And then I went to sleep. So I went to sleep and I got up and I never ate any of it. It's still sitting out there. I throw it right in the oven and be like hot and ready right now. Alright. Well, I knew better because I knew like look, it's fucking 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning right now. It'll be fucking dinner time for me here in about fucking 10, 11 o'clock. Yo, where's my oil pen? I got it. I'm just smoking a bowl right now. I'm about to charge my oil pen on my PS4 for the day. Well, dude, they're fucking overhyping that shit. All those people that are fucking dying and having problems or fucking issue are the people that smoke that tobacco shit. Those big square fucking vape boxes, like on the motherfuckers. Those are the cocksuckers that are having fucking lung issues, dropping dead, fucking cranial, fucking aneurysm problems and shit. You put some fucking weed oil in there, you hit it a little bit. Dude, well, like, you gotta think about it. It's fucking like a liquid nicotine with some fucking other chemicals, and then some flavoring agent, and this, that, and the fucking third or whatever. Shit ain't no cigarette. Ain't even remotely a cigarette. What do you think, they let tobacco sit in water, and then fucking the chemicals that leak out of it into the water, they strain that shit, make a juice, and then put that shit in there, and that's what it is? Like, absolutely, probably fucking not. Where, like, the oil, that's oil. That's THC motherfucking oil up in that shit. They probably use some other fucking chemicals to probably cut that shit down to stretch that shit. Like, there's probably a gram of shit up in that shit, but there's probably only like fucking a .3 or a .5 of some fucking THC in that shit. Stretched with the motherfucking... That's the hustle. Like, look, dude, I used to know people that would go outside and pick up like the tiniest little pebble off the fucking ground and throw that shit in and ate the weed just to make that shit weigh a fucking half a gram or a gram more. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, just like some little shit like that. Oh, you got a fucking tiny little stone of a pebble in your bag? I don't know nothing about it, dude. It must have been stuck in a fucking bud or something, dude. One that fell on the ground and the fucking shit stuck to the bud or something. That's the way I got. I don't know what to tell you. The dudes that, the homies that used to lay a fucking quarter-pound out on a fucking, on the table and then fucking spray it down a little bit with a fucking, a hairspray bottle or whatever, just to let it soak up a little bit of moisture, just so that that 2 gram bud can weigh a 4 gram bud now. The cocksuckers that took sugar or fucking salt water and sprayed it on fucking weed that was commercial weed and didn't have no fucking sparkly crystals on it to make it look like it had sparkly crystals on it, and then be like, oh, look at that frost on there. Yeah, frosted flakes. Fuck out of here. Sugar water, dude. You spray like the same thing with the water on there. The water soaks up into the bud and it makes the bud weigh more, but then when the fucking shit finally dries, the sugar crystals recrystallize, making it look like it has some fucking crystals on there when it didn't, or more on there when it didn't. And that's that fucking garbage ass weed that fucking like sparkles when you go light that fucking bowl and it shit fucking sparkles in there. That's what it's all about. It's either A, because they used like sugar or salt fucking water and sprayed it on there, or they didn't rinse the fucking plants. They didn't rinse the plants fucking good enough, and it's still the fucking chemicals inside there. Alright. I used to flush my plants for like a minimum of like a week to like 10 days or more, just to make sure. That too. That too. Used to spray that fucking plants down or weed down with fucking Raid and shit, trying to motherfucking get people higher so they'd be like, this, that fire, I need to go back and get more. I seen motherfuckers take fucking cocaine and put it in fucking water and spray it down on the weed just to get people jonesing to fucking fiend back for more fucking weed. Come buy weed like they do crack. Swear on my life. Yeah, it did. It sure did. People go, they get fucking, they'd smoke that shit, they'd get high, they'd be geeked out like, I need or want more. The dude that only bought a gram a day would come back and buy like 5 grams that day. Nah, like fucking crack oil, dude. Like, you can take a fucking puddle of fucking crack, like, when you make crack in a spoon or whatever, you take some fucking water in the spoon and you put the coke in there and you cook it up. At the end of the day, once you add the base into that shit and make fucking crack, you see it as a little puddle of fucking oil, yellow oil sitting on top of the water. And you take your fucking penny, you take a penny and fucking, you put it in there and the cold metal will fucking let that shit cling to that fucking, that oil cling to that shit. And the oil will stick to itself. That's why you see, you take their little penny and they'll skim the fucking water and you'll see the little white. As soon as the oil fucking touches the penny's cooler than the fucking oil, so it starts hardening it and it'll turn fucking white. And the more it fucking turns white into a chunk, the more the rest of the oil will cling to the rest of that oil, and then you got a little chunk on the end of a penny and nothing but Nothing but cut and fucking shit left in the fucking spoon. But it'll be oil sitting on top of the fucking water. And I used to watch him make that fucking crack oil and fucking put it in fucking water and spray it down on fucking weed. And those people, like I said, the dude who would buy only like a gram a day and be good, would come back that day and buy 5 grams. And you'd see, they'd sell a quarter pound and by fucking, they'd get that shit at like 9 o'clock in the morning and by noon it'd be gone. Motherfuckers come smoke a fucking gram and they'd come back and be like, let me get a fucking quarter ounce of that. And then and then they'd be charging like $15-$20 a gram for fucking weed they only paid like $5-$10 a gram for, because to make up for the price of the coke that they fucking used. So they were getting 2 for the price of 1. But I've been around, I've seen some tricks of the trade, my friend, in my time. And now because I know all those tricks, you better come with something fucking new. Because I'm not buying. Well, when I go to my motherfucking dealer's house, like, we sit there and we fucking, whatever you're gonna fucking sell me, we smoke some of that shit first. I wanna fucking smell it, taste it, try it. Oh. Right, well, if that weed sparkles and shit, I'll be like, I'm good on this. And I'll come back next week. We got something different. Oh, like, we talk about it and discuss it. I'd be like, you see how this fucking bowl we smoking and sit here and sparkles? And I'll tell them what the deal is. I'll be like, you don't want weed like that, so. And then when the people that come over to sell them that fucking weed, they fucking end up being like, let's smoke some of that weed. And if they see it sparkle now and shit like that or whatever, they don't buy it. I don't like that weed because it burns like you just leave a fucking burnt black coal in your fucking pipe and it fucking... Like, right, like, my weed's always crispella, crunchy, bone fucking dry, it's like gunpowder. I call my weed gunpowder, man, because, like, I take a bud and I squeeze it in my hand and it'll go poof in the fucking dust. Like fucking gunpowder. And when you pack weed like that and you hit it, that shit hits you, like boom, you know what I'm saying? When you get that, you smoke that dry weed, you get a good hit, it burns nice, and it hits you. That's why we call it gunpowder. Right, because I get some weed that's like fucking still fucking sticky, icky, not fucking bone out dry. I just prefer my weed to be like bone dry because it just makes it burn nicer. Yeah, I don't use my grinder anymore. You know the reason why is on that? So I used to have a big one. I used to be able to put a quarter ounce in at a fucking time or whatever. And I used to go get an ounce and I'd put a quarter, I'd do like look, I took a fucking ounce one time and I keefed out a whole fucking ounce because I used to just put it in the grinder, blah, 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 and then I fucking take the weed and I dump it in my jar, and then when I wanted to smoke a bowl or whatever, I'd just be able to reach in the jar or fucking dip it in or fucking sprinkle a little bit out right into the bowl, whatever. No problem. Didn't have to break it up, no nothing. Good to go. And then the keef was in my grinder. Well, the weed that was in the fucking that you keef, you can see where the fucking keef is. It's sitting in the bottom of your grinder. It's not being put in the bowl with the weed that you broke up. You know how, like, if you sat at the table and broke up some weed and you see that little pile of keef on the table, afterwards you take your finger into the fucking bowl or in the blunt, whatever. Well, I noticed it like this. Like, you're knocking all the trichomes off the weed, putting it through the grinder, and yes, the grinder is collecting it, but when you smoke the weed, you're pretty much just smoking plant matter. There's not any THC in it because it's sitting in the bottom of your grinder. You don't get as high off, right, you don't get as high off the weed you grinded in your grinder as you do the weed if you took a bud right out of the bag, broke it right up over the bowl and just put it all in the bowl. You'll get higher off that fucking bud that you packed in the bowl out of the bag than you will the weed out of your grinder. I put it to the test. Like, I still got a grinder. I don't fucking use it. I used to put a fucking, my grinder was so big, I used to put a nickel inside the grinder where the screen part was, so when I shook it around or whatever, the nickel will slide back and forth across the screen, and it vibrates the screen, and it makes the shit fall off the bottom of the screen so it don't clump up. That was an old trick I used to show that. I showed that shit to my brother and my best friend at the time, and like fucking, they were like I was a retard for that shit. And after years, you know what I mean? Because maybe they didn't have a big enough grinder. My one friend put a dime in his shit. My brother had a bigger grinder than me, so he put a quarter in his. And I'm like, oh. Then they tried sitting there telling me one day, like, oh, well, you need to do this. I'm like, dude, do you not remember who fucking you got that idea from? They're like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah. Well the fucking just putting weed in the freezer alone and then fucking taking it right out of the freezer and putting it in the grinder and doing that. They'll do that too or whatever. But that's what to say. That's how they used to make the bubble hash back in the day. Bubble hash back in the day was like fucking old school dabs. That's what basically bubble hash was. Like they used to fucking ice and the ice water and the fucking and the bubble wash fucking bags to fucking wash the fucking the trichromes off the fucking weed. But that's what basically old school dabs was. If you had bubble hash. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's like this dude who used to make this shit called ganja goo. That was fucking like straight THC oil. That shit was like, it looked black like fucking, black like resin or whatever, or fucking tar like resin and shit, man. But it was gooey like a fucking little fucking, like honey. It was about the consistency of fucking honey. And if you took it and spread it took like a pin and pulled some out of it and spread it out like a long little line thread of it and you held it up to the light, you could see it wasn't really black, it was fucking green. It was just so dark of a green that it looked black like that, dude, but it looked like a fucking golden fucking green color. And I was like, what the fuck? And like, he used to put some of that shit on a bowl and we'd smoke it, and it's like, that was like an old fucking school version of some fucking oils or fucking dabs like back then too. He called it ganja goo. Because it was gooey. He didn't actually sell it. He would never sell that shit. Like every once in a while, like I might get some off of it, and he'd give me like a little bit in like a beer bottle cap. Like right, like he'd only make like a fucking, I don't know, like a little fucking container's worth of that shit or whatever. So like probably enough to fucking fill, probably enough like to fill maybe like 10 fucking beer bottle caps. He might give me a beer bottle cap full of that shit when he made it for like 20 bucks or something like that. And then I'd take it to all my friends and be like, oh, look what I got. Yeah, ain't nothing like them. Right, the retard that woke up one day and said $10 a gram ain't good enough for me, I gotta get 20. I don't give a fuck how good that fucking weed is. Ain't no weed worth $20 a fucking gram. Don't get me wrong, there's some fucking, one weed's better than the next and you grab. I don't give a shit. Weed is weed. That's like being like fucking like, it's like, okay, like you got Newports, $20 a fucking pack, and then fucking you got some basics, menthol 100s, $10 a pack. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. They're fucking just cigarettes. They're all the same thing. They're both fucking menthol. They're both fucking 100s. But it's like, at the beginning and end of the day, like, there is a little bit of quality difference there and shit. But it still is what it is. So, $10 a gram. Crumbs. That's like my homie over in California. He'd be telling me like, "Oh, I'll give you grams of dabs all day long for like fucking $5." Right, because they can't. Everybody's cutting everybody's throat over there. Everybody's fucking got it. Everybody's fucking doing it. Everybody fucking is trying to sell a little crumb to make a fucking extra dollar. And the next thing you know, grams went from like $40 down to $30. I got them for fucking 20. I'll give them to you for 10. Motherfuckers are being like, I got them for $8. I got them for $7. I'll give them to you for 5. My boy over there right now, he'd be like $5 a gram all day long. I'm like dirt cheap for like a fucking ounce of dams or whatever, because I'm thinking over here like, what? I'm like $40 cha-ching, $40 cha-ching. I'm like, that's $35 profit on every gram, cha-ching. Right, well, it's still fucking kind of illegal here. He could sell it to me for $10 a gram and fucking be fucking making more money than he was fucking making over there, and be fucking extra happy about that shit, and I'd be fucking making a killing here. Cause I'd still be making $30 fucking profit on every fucking gram I sold. Right, cause it's convenient, it's simple. I just throw that shit out and I fucking get another one and screw it on and I'm good to go. But I mean, if you got one of those dab pens, like I want to get with the little glass dome on the end of it, whatever the fuck they are, man, that's what I fucking want. The little glass dome on the end, you just take it off, you fucking open up your little fucking dab container, take a wad of dabs out, on the end of that shit, put the little dome back on and push your button, and you're good to go. No fucking rigs, no water, no percolators, trying to clean those little tiny fucking holes out that twist all around in retarded fucking ways that's impossible to fucking clean. Yeah, I want one of them. Yeah. Those things never did it for me. I don't care if I put a fucking eighth in that shit and burned it up, like the fucking little bit of fumes that you get in a bag was like fucking...
I don't want to be spotted here.
They never did it for me. It was like that thing with the glass dome on it that it was like you put the weed in it, it gets hot in the center and the glass dome fills up and you suck on a little tube. Just the smoke like that. Dude, I've taken like a straight eighth of weed and put it in that shit. And you'll never get a hit off that shit like you'll never get a hit off that shit like you would if you just put some weed in a bong or a bowl and just rip that shit. The hits are not the same. Oh, you fucker. Oh my god.
They won't ask any questions. Best keep out of sight.
Motherfuckers. Dude, these cocksuckers fucking cheat, bro. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, dude, I'm in Atlantis, and they got these motherfuckers with these powers, dude, and they fucking be teleporting and shit, dude. Straight fucking cheating like a little bitch. Like, I went to go do my special move on this dude, and just as I was doing it, the motherfucker teleported, so I wasted my fucking stamina and energy and fucking do that shit. That's what dabs is. It's a rosin press. You gotta get a rosin press, and it presses. You just take the weed and it fucking presses the shit out of there. Well, it doesn't just press it out of there because you just use an olive press or whatever. You could use an olive press. It's basically kind of what that shit is. And like even with olives, they have a hot and a cold press. And when they're fucking doing that shit with the weed, they're doing a, we'll say a hot press because it's not technically fucking hot, but it's warm. It's warm enough to heat up the plant matter to make the resin seep out of that shit when it's pressing it. That's why you see it fucking bubble and ooze out the side, because it's fucking the heat. They're doing a hot press. Like you can get a fucking olive press and do a hot olive press on fucking some weed and get that shit. Go watch that dude do a 22-gram dab hit. My bad. It's probably down in fucking like Ithaca and shit. Ain't got nothing but fucking fields out there to grow. It's like right now, like I fucking know somebody that's like, I go down to Ithaca and I buy ounces for like $150, and I fucking looked at him, I was like, that shit's probably some homegrown trash for $150. You show me some fire ass hula buds for $150 an ounce, and I want to buy some too. But I guarantee it, if you're coming to me and then complaining about my prices, but then you're like, my weed is phenomenal, yeah, $150 an ounce, you're buying fucking some local dude's fucking homegrown fucking swag shit. I got 24 acres I could fucking grow. Somewhere where ain't nobody fucking bothering them. And he keeps to himself. Cause you don't got shit like that here. And fucking without having to keep to yourself, because as soon as you you're probably like in Carthage up near fucking past Watertown, or fucking little small buttfuck towns like that out there where like 81 from fucking like Binghamton to fucking from fucking one end of New York to fucking Canada. Like it would be like Binghamton, Ithaca, Rome, fucking Schenectady, Troy, Ithaca, ITHI, Ithaca. Ithaca's like an hour south of fucking Syracuse, or something like that. It's that time of the year too. It's getting close to it. I know this dude right now. These motherfuckers put out like a few fucking thousand every fucking year. I'm like, thousands? So where the fuck you fucking going to doing that? And they're like, you know, 200 here, 500 over there, a couple hundred here, a couple hundred there. You don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Wings of Hermes. Would this be it?
Right, well, because the animals might get it, weather might get it, fucking people might get that shit, cops might get that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with some fucking outdoor if it's good. Depends. Depends if you're doing like all organic fucking indoor, maybe. If you're doing like that hydroponic shit, it ain't what it's fucking cracked up to be. Right, you can't beat the power of Mother Nature. I don't know like what fucking people think like, oh, indoor is better, but you can't beat the power of Mother Nature. We can compete with it, but you can't fucking beat it. Oh, I've been there and done that.
You really need to leave here. They'll be watching for me. I need to be careful.
Can I get a fucking hit in, you piece of shit, motherfucker? I got their tryhard right here. They're being fucking niggers. They're gonna just fucking respawn me right in this motherfucking sitting on this dude's fucking lap, bro. This fucking nigger.
There'll be trouble if I'm spotted here.
Don't make me come over.
You fucking nigger motherfuckers. Well, get the fuck, bitch.
It's over.
Stupid fucking niggers.
They'll be on high alert here.
You're lucky you're over there.
What the fuck? No, I got that shit through a $10,000 sound system that I play my guitar on. I ran everything into my fucking, to my TV, and then the TV into my fucking receiver, and then the receiver into my sound system. But I got my sound system that, all that good shit, dude. Like, I play guitar, you know what I mean? Like, this ain't fucking shit, dude, like... Wow, what the fuck? You fucking bitch. Piece of shit. Yeah, well, believe me, I fucking used to play Battlefield 4 all the time on my... I don't know, I'd be using fucking audio optical cables for everything. I don't know what you mean. Right, I bridged everything. Is it fucking because like for your settings for your microphone, do you got like any of the fucking audio that shit coming through that microphone? Like mine's either set prioritized for a fucking sound or fucking party chat, and I have it on party chat. Like all the way over to party chat. When I get when I get fucking Ultra Duty surround sound is like, this is the real shit, is like when you got the VR on, because when you got the VR on, you got the two little earbuds in that you're hearing everything in the fucking game in those earbuds, but then with like the surround sound like this around me outside of the VR and the earbuds, like the vibration from like fucking explosions and shit, I'll be feeling that shit from my other surround sound because I got the earbuds in. I just ran everything into the TV, and then the TV into the receiver, and the receiver into the fucking sound system. And everything's bridged coming out of that. And I used all audio, all audio optical cables for everything. It's because I'll play my guitar on this shit when I play Rocksmith. Instead of playing my fucking amp and all that other bullshit or whatever, I'll just turn Rocksmith on and play it like that. Song wise, you mean? Or like style wise? I play rhythm. I play guitar rhythm guitar. I do a little bit. I play some songs are only offered in lead, they're not offered in rhythm, but I play more rhythm than I do lead. I just I was like always down with the James Hetfield fucking downstroking rhythm, like like, yeah, I'd just be down with that shit, like. You motherfucker. Dude, take a fucking dick already. These dudes in fucking Atlantis do not fucking play. They all just need to take a fucking dick. Like, dude, like, these motherfuckers in Atlantis got these powers. They'd be shooting these lasers and beams and calling upon the fucking powers of the fucking heavens to fucking smite your fucking ass. It's ridiculous. And it's all cool, like, right? Like, there's only 3 dudes here, maybe. And then they got these statues. If you get caught fucking by any of the, like, those 3 dudes, those statues come to life. And then them statues don't fucking play around either. And they got the ability to suppress your fucking, like, your special fucking moves. That's what makes it hard. Because, like, if those motherfuckers, like, killing the dudes, not a problem. All of a sudden, like, you get seen out, and those statues come to life, then they start suppressing your ability so you can't do any of your fucking special moves or whatever. Or your fucking ultimate or any of that shit. Or they'll like, suppress it so that I can't even earn stamina to do my special fucking moves. Fucking bastards. Making it fucking way harder. Well, they're fucking dropping fucking godly fucking powers from the fucking heavens to be on your fucking ass. You fucking assholes. You can't do nothing fucking like to fight it back because they fucking raped all your fucking abilities and powers from you. Or your stamina, or you're just suppressing it so you can't use it. Mad loot down here. Oh, it's inside, that's why we didn't get it. The what? The Kraken? I wish I could crack my neck. Like, I used to crack my neck all the time until I fell off a fucking cliff, and it's like fucking... I'd be like trying to crack my neck and I'll fucking probably end up breaking that shit before I crack that shit. It's just like my shoulder. I move my shoulder in the right way like this all the time or whatever, and I hear that shit fucking pop. What? We missed the spot. What are you fucking talking about? You sons of bitches. You son of bitches. Oh yeah, that pizza and wings is calling me. Let's fucking smoke this bowl first. I see that bud sitting on my laptop. That's gonna be fucking the after dinner mint. What is it, like, I don't know, it's like 6 a.m.? You can do a fucking shot of some ancient Greek fire water. Start the day right. What a hump day it'll be. That's how you do hump days here in New York. Well, you can go get some booze, you ain't gotta worry about that. It's not like some weed. And like the liquor store, you can go to like a few different ones and look around and see if you can't find one that sells like some Devil Spring water. That's 160 proof vodka. You can light that shit on fire. Devil Spring water? Why not? Would you rather drink some beers or like, I don't know, some Jack Daniels that's only like 90 proof or whatever, and drink more of the substance to achieve the ultimate goal, or would you rather do like 1 or 2 shots to achieve that same goal? That's why I fucking drink that shit. It's not because like it was ever a taste or anything like that. It's like I can go buy some fucking Jack or some Jim Beam or Walker or something, dude, and drink a fucking half a bottle of that shit, be pissing just to catch the buzz or get fucking drunk off the shit. Or I can go buy the Devil Spring water or fucking Everclear, because Everclear is 190 proof. You can buy that shit and take like 1 or 2 shots, 3 shots. Or make 1 or 2 drinks with that shit, and you're good. You don't gotta fucking piss 101 times because you didn't drink as much. Right, and like Everclear ain't bad because it doesn't really taste like anything. So whatever you put it in, it could taste like that. Like it'll be fucking soda or juice or whatever. So that's what's good about Everclear. It just doesn't taste like anything. But Devil Spring water is vodka, so obviously vodka is vodka, and you can only make certain shit with it. You make the martinis with that fucking Devil Spring water, boy, it'll be a martini you'll never fucking forget. And fucking, but like I make like used to make like screwdrivers with them, some vodka, orange juice or whatever. They'll fuck you right up real quick. Like if you normally drink like 6 fucking screwdrivers, like you only drink like 2 or 3 of these. You probably won't even finish your 3rd one. But depends, I guess, how much you're putting in it. Like I usually put about like, I got a double shot glass and I'll fucking put like 2 of those in that shit, so that's probably like 4 shots. But it depends also on the fucking cup you're talking about doing. You're talking about at least in like a 24 ounce glass or something like that. 4 shots. Like basically like a McDonald's supersized cup or something like that. I put probably like, I'd probably put like maybe 6 shots in that shit and then fill it up with orange juice. Give it a nice shake. No, and I'm telling you, you drink like 2 or You probably won't finish your third one. If you do, you'll fucking regret it. That's that difference. That's that difference in being like, you could drink all fucking 3 of them, but the fucking third one, it'll be the one that fucking puts you over the limit where you get the spins. You might fucking feel like, oh, I might. You ain't drinking the right shit. You'll get, look, I ain't had spins in fucking maybe 15, 20 years or whatever. I fucking was sitting here not long ago drinking that motherfucking 220 proof fucking moonshine shit I got or whatever, and my buddy got it, like, he came here at 2 o'clock. I did a couple of shots at fucking midnight. He came here at 2 o'clock and we did a couple of shots. He came back over at like 7 in the morning when he got out of work, and we sat here doing shots until like fucking noon, bro. And when he left or whatever, I was sitting here smoking a bowl and I was playing the game. I think I closed my eyes for a little bit because I was feeling a little tired. My eyes was heavy, and like I started getting the fucking spins. I was like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have did that. And it wasn't my last shot. I gave him a shot and he only drank half of that shit. And I fucking drank the other half. And that other half that I drank, I was like, I knew I shouldn't have drank that shit. But I started having the spins a little bit, and I was like, a pinch more. Like if I, instead of not doing that half a shot, but did another whole one, if I would have did another whole shot, it would have been that one too many. Right? I might have actually had the fucking heavy duty spins and might have fucking maybe felt like throwing up. Because if I closed my eyes long enough, it started making me feel a little sick. But I didn't eat nothing either, and fucking all we did was smoke fucking weed and oil and fucking drink the shit. So. Right, have a couple of shots through the night of that shit, and then at 7 a.m. start fucking killing it. It was going down like water by then. You're gonna eat that Hot Pocket. The one you're about to go make, because you know that shit sounding right. Like, yeah, Hot Pocket. Yeah, me too. But sometimes you're fucking lazy and shit, and you're just like, give me that shit now. Like, I can wait a minute or two. Well, I hear you, dude, because, like, I'm the motherfucker that won't boil water in the microwave. I still put it in a pot on the stove. Right, exactly. It's the same thing with, like, even if I opened up a can of fucking corn or something like that, like, motherfuckers put that shit in a bowl and put it in the microwave with some butter on it. No, stovetop, right. Mm-hmm. No. And salt that shit. Like, I don't care if it takes me a couple extra minutes longer and I got a couple extra things to fucking wash out the fucking deal because of that shit. Ultimately, it'll be 100 times better for you and fucking taste better too. I'd rather have quality over quantity. But I kind of like I like a happy medium on that. I like a little quality with some quantity too. I gotta have some quantity because I like to eat. Like, I bought a whole pizza and like 50 wings to the dick. That's for me. I'm gonna probably eat half that pizza and half those wings. Like, oh, right, like that kid that we got high for the first time, man. We had him smoking some bongs and we had some pizza and wings, and this motherfucker was, got high and drunk and was throwing up pizza and wings, so the fucking red sauce from the fucking hot wings and the fucking pizza or whatever, he was throwing it up. He's like, I'm fucking throwing up blood, somebody called 911 and shit. Like, the motherfucker was high, he was done. No, I bet. Alright.
Thanks for looking.
This is my fucking sleep schedule is fucked up. I motherfucking stay up late like I fucking am, and then by like fucking 5 o'clock I'm like, all I need to do is make it a little while longer and I can go to sleep like a normal person at fucking night and get up like a normal person or whatever, and I just can't make it those few fucking hours or whatever. I end up falling asleep and then getting up at like fucking 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Alright.
How did you get here, boy? Smart doggy. Let's ride. Yeah! I should watch my step around here. Go on. Yeah. Off we go now. Off we go.
Is that a fucking planet up there? It can't be because I can see stars through it.
Off we go now. Careful. Don't want to be caught here.
Hmm.
You're free from Persephone's grip.
Shit! We need to move faster when there's trouble.
We are not doing any good here, are we? Ready! You hit show up again! My sights! Get back here, scum! Trust me now?
You've brought me one step closer to my love. It's a good start.
Who is this love you keep mentioning?
The most beautiful being in existence. With a face so fair, to gaze upon it is to forget all others. Perhaps you've heard of her. Aphrodite.
I'm sorry. Afro who?
Very funny. The last person who provoked her wrath was turned into a field pig.
All right. What's next?
Not here. Come find my camp in Iapetos' ruins. Before you go, Persephone has overseers and torches of Hypnos across Elysium. If we're going to weaken her influence, we must destroy them. And we're going to need all the help we can get.
It's about time I go meet the infamous Persephone.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's 9/11 today. Who gives a fuck? They're dead. Anybody want a slice of pizza? Oh, yeah, they're dead. I don't think enough people died during 9/11. Sure, they fucking been a couple extra thousand more. Te esposia. Mm. 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 products in the world only have that operating system. Either Apple or Android. Apple or Android. If you ain't got an Apple product, then that means you got an Android operating system. Apple fucking operating system is only on Apple, and Android is on everything else. Everything else. Alright, cocksuckers. Let's fucking poop on it.
This area will be well defended.
Might be nothing, but I have to check.
That's it.
I'm sure that whistle came from here.
Could have sworn.
What the? Who's doing that?
Oh, fuck. Oh. Six.
that? Who's whistling? Oh. An easy target! sure you will be okay.
Malaka! Got to get it out! fought like an animal.
I need to stay hidden.
Who are you? Where's this
Guess it came from somewhere else. Huh? Gonna check that out.
is that? Huh. It was just my imagination. Imagining things again.
Oh, what now?
An intruder in my compound! I'll bring Hekati your head! No, 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 no! Help me pull it off!
I'll put that axe to better use.
Cocksmokers Anonymous, motherfucker. Oh! What's up, man? Let's get high. Let's get high. Yeah, I just had some pizza and wings. I just had pizza and fucking wings, man. I ordered that shit last night for dinner, and as soon as it came, I got it and set it on the table and went and fucking pooped on it. I got up and fucking sitting here chilling, playing. I smoked a little something. I was like, oh, it's time to break into those pizza and wings. Yeah, that's right. Chicken burger.